Some people think your success is measured by the amount of intelligence you have. Life has taught me it's not about that. It's about working hard towards your goal, never quitting until you get there. Don't stop till you get there. Let's pass.
Hello, my name's Fernando Cardona. I help people get a good score in the ASVAB. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about a question I get asked sometimes. Sometimes people will send me an email or students might ask me, hey, which one is harder, the pretest, the ASVAB, which one is easier? Or on Facebook, people might message me on Facebook and ask me. So today I'm going to give my opinion. I am an ASVAB. I teach classes to get a good score in the ASVAB. I'm not affiliated to the Army, Navy, Air Force, or Marines, or Coast Guard. So I'm just like a tutor who's really good. Anyways, so I'm just going to sum it up just from now before we continue. The real test in general is going to be harder than a pretest because the pretest is not for real. It's like a test to take the real thing. So in general, in anything in life, in general, normally the real test will be harder. One, you're going to be timed. Two, you're going to have pressure. People know you're going to take your test, your family members, your friends. It's just going to, in general, be harder, or less easier, whatever you want to call it. So first, I'm going to try to see if it makes sense for you. I'm going to talk about some reasons why some people might find it easier. Some people might find the pretest easy. Why? First off, there are two current versions of the pretest in recruiting offices. So you might go to an Army recruiter or a Navy recruiter, and they might give you a pretest, and then you go to another city, they might give you another one. So normally there's two versions. There's one that they normally give more than the other one, but currently there's two versions. And this applies to both of the versions. If there might be other versions that I don't know of, but in 9 years I've seen two versions. So factors to consider of why it's easier. Some people might say the pretest is easier because they Googled it. There's ways to find it online. Please don't Google it. Please don't look for it. If you Google it, you memorize everything, you're cheating yourself. Then you're going to think you're going to kill the test. Oh, I'm going to kill it. And then when you go to the real thing, you don't do so good. So don't cheat yourself. Don't Google it. Don't look for it. So people might find it easier because they Googled it, they learned all the questions, etc. Other people might find it easier because they've taken it so many times. So you might go this month and not pass, and then go next month and not pass, and then go 2 months after that and you passed. Yeah, because you've already seen it 2 times. You got this word wrong and then you get it right because you've seen it so many times. So that's another reason why some people might say the pretest is easier. Now, why could the pretest be a little bit harder? One of the versions, they give you less time for arithmetic reasoning. One of the versions I'm talking about of the pretest, in arithmetic reasoning, you normally have 2.5 minutes in the real ASVAB, and in the pretest, they're giving you a little bit less time. So that could influence in you thinking it's harder. And another reason why it could be harder, it's because of the setting, the atmosphere. So normally when you go to a recruiting office, there might be 5 or 6 recruiters. There might be people in the lobby. There might be people in the waiting room. They might be 3 people talking to recruiters. They might be weighing this person. They might be giving this person an orientation. And then there might be 2 people taking a pretest. So there's things moving. It's not the setting for a test. When you take a test, normally you are quiet. You are sitting with paper and pencil. Nobody's making noise. And you can focus. So having people moving, opening doors, moving around, talking will affect your performance. So you might find it harder. At least I would. If I was taking a test and somebody would be talking next to me, that wouldn't work for me. So those are reasons why some people might find the pretest harder. So now, why is the real test harder than the pretest or less easy? So the real test, you have a lot of pressure. You might have told all your friends that you're going to take the test, all your family members. You wake up early. You drive the night before. You're thinking about the test. You fall asleep late. Sometimes people try to cram in the last day. No good, no good. Don't do that. The day before the test, you're supposed to relax, not sleep at 3 a.m. because you're trying to cram in material. You're only going to take the test tired. Anyways, and also when you're taking the real test, you walk in the room. They give you one paper and one pencil. They sit you in front of the computer. At least every time I take it, and I got a 99 AFQT twice. Every time you take it, there's pressure. I'm a teacher and I had pressure. I'm like, all my students know I'm going to take the test. If I don't score a 99, they're going to talk bad about me. So there was pressure. You're eager. Also, the essence of it being timed. And I remember when I was taking the test, there was somebody doing this. So, and this is a good tip. There's a button called help. I pushed help and I raised my hand. And the person walked up to me, the proctor, the person who monitors that you're not copying, gives you pencils if your pencil breaks, gives you paper if you need more paper. Well, that person walked up to me and I said that he's making noise, I can't concentrate. And then they walked up to him, they say, hey, please stop tapping. And then like 20 minutes later, there was a person sitting next to me, like two computers in another computer near me. And he was taking there's a exam for people who don't speak, that English isn't their first language. They have to take an exam. It's a person talking in English. It's an exam with audio. Although the person had earphones, I could hear what the person was saying. In the earphones, I could hear it. And I'm like, press the help button, raise my hand. So when you press the help button, the time stops. The person walked up to me again. He's like, what is it, sir? And I'm like, that volume is too loud. I can't focus. And then he told me, oh, that person's taking an exam. And then I responded in a nice way. You don't want to treat them bad. I'm also taking an exam and I can't focus. Could you tell him to lower the volume? Thank God they lowered a little bit the volume, because I'm a person who I need absolute silence. I cannot focus if there's any noise. Things like that can occur. And also what's really sometimes frustrating is you're in the test, and if you take too long, let's say one question you take 6 minutes, well, the screen turns red and everything freezes, your timer freezes. They have to come and unlock, and then when they unlock it, it says that you took too long. You have to try to do them faster. It's a way of the test telling you it's timed, and if you keep on taking too long, you're not passing. Anyways, the real test, believe me, there's more pressure. But don't focus on things you can't control. The bottom line is you have to take the pretest, and then you have to take the ASVAB. So what does it matter which one is easier or which one is harder? In general, if you study for the pretest and you don't pass, they're going to tell you, hey, you scored really low in paragraph. Just study a little bit paragraph, brush up, and then when you will go next month or in 6 weeks, whatever, then you'll probably improve. And let's say you pass. Then even if you pass, if they tell you, hey, you're still scoring a little bit low in paragraph, you passed. So before you go to the real test, brush up a little bit more on whatever you're low, and you take the real test. Hopefully you pass. And if you don't pass, you cry a little bit. You cry a little bit, it's normal. You look where you scored low, you study a little more, and then you take it again. It's not about passing it the first time, it's about being persistent. And if you score low in something, just improve on that. So in general, to sum everything up, in my personal opinion, the real ASVAB is going to be harder than the pretest. But if you study well, they're both easy. And you can't control that. Focus on preparing yourself as best as possible. Anyways, if you're interested in help passing the ASVAB and you want to see how I teach, in the description there's an email. You can email me, hey Fernando, send me your class information. I'm interested in help passing the ASVAB. We'll send you a free trial video and you can see if you like it or not. And then if you like it, free trial video is how I teach. And if you like it, then one of my assistants will get you started and explain the details. Anyways, people, best of luck. Take care. Bye-bye. Let's pass.